My name's Claire, and I'm 27. Grew up in Rochester, New York.
My name is Matt Gray. I'm 30 years old. Just turned 30 this past year, and I grew up in Henrietta, New York.
We were working at a restaurant, Scotch and Sirloin, probably 6 years ago. And I was a cocktail waitress, and he was a server. And we were just really good friends for a while. And then he was still in college. He was at Ithaca. And we were just kind of really good friends, and we hung out a couple times. And it's kind of how we got to know each other. We didn't start dating until many years after that.
We were both working at the Scotch and Sirloin, which is in Rochester, in Brighton, Henrietta. And she was a hostess, cocktail server, and I was a server. And we met, and at first I thought she was kind of annoying, because she was this young girl, and hanging out with her and her high school friends, a couple of them who worked there as well at the Scotch and Sirloin. There's these loud girls, but the more I got to know her, the more fun I had, and she was a attractive girl, and we started hanging out a little bit and talking and texting and stuff, and we just kind of stayed in touch. And then I moved out to Denver, and we kind of kept staying in touch. And then I went off and joined the Peace Corps for a couple of years. And this was 2007 to 2009 when I was in the Peace Corps, and we still kept in touch. And obviously, as everything goes, before I left for the Peace Corps in Honduras, we got a little bit more serious when I was home before I left. So we kind of tried to stay. I don't want to say in a relationship. We kind of want to just see how it goes. But she came down to visit me a couple times in Central America, where I was, and from that point, it kind of became clear to me that things were kind of getting serious, and she's a lot of fun. So I enjoyed my time with her, and I thought it was really special that she came down to visit me, and she actually came down to live with me for a few weeks in Central America. So that's when I kind of realized that this girl might be very special for me. So
Our first kiss was actually in this house. It was in the living room, and I had just gotten my wisdom teeth pulled and looked like a big chipmunk. And we were sitting upstairs, and I think I was talking about it, and he was just, I don't know what he was doing. He was trying to make me feel better, and he was just kind of like, "Can I kiss you?" And I said, "Sure." That was our first kiss. Very romantic.
From your we're going through your end.
All right. Well, it was here actually in this house. It was when we were still working at the Scotch and Sirloin, actually. Right before I left for Denver, I believe. And it was funny because I liked her. I thought she was real cute. We had talked, and we had hung out a few times, and I remember she had just gotten her wisdom teeth taken out, and her face was kind of swollen up a little bit. And I just thought she looked kind of cute, she was kind of a little nervous coming over here. We hadn't hung out too much, and I just thought she was kind of cute, and I said, I think I said something like, "Hey, we haven't kissed yet," so and she was like, "No, I don't think so." So I leaned in and kissed her, and she's like, "Okay." and then that was it. She's kind of taken aback a little bit by my method there, but I didn't know what else to do, and I wanted to do that. So
Okay, so we started dating. He moved to Colorado. We stayed in contact. My friend Megan's wedding in Honeywell Falls, actually right around here, was in September or October, a couple of years ago. I don't remember how many years ago, but anyways, he came home early for that wedding, and so after that we just kind of hung out a lot because he was home. He was going to the Peace Corps, and we just hung out a lot, and then that's how we started dating. Then he moved away for 2 years, and we just did the long distance thing, and then moved back home and just picked up where we left off.
Okay. Well, like I said, it was just a little unorthodox how we started dating, I guess, because I don't know if you could call us dating before I left for the Peace Corps back in, God, that was like the end of 2006 when I came back to Rochester from Denver. We started talking quite a bit more and hanging out more. And then I guess we kind of started dating at that point. And then of course I left left the country for 27 months. So it was tough, I don't think we called ourselves in a relationship. Well, I think we wanted to at first. We wanted to kind of keep the long distance relationship, but it was a little tough, the first 6 months. So I kind of said, let's just, take our time, maybe not call us exclusive. So, but then, like I said, she came down and visit me, and it was probably after she lived with me for those few weeks in Central America that, I think we kind of reestablished our dating status a little more solidly. So,
well, we had a really slow start to our relationship because he went away to the Peace Corps. So we have kind of an interesting story. We were kind of seeing each other for 4 months, and then he went away to the Peace Corps, and he was in Honduras, another country. So I guess the beginning stages of our relationship was long distance. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of different. So we just, we talked on the phone and we Skyped, and first time I ever went out of the country was with his parents to go visit him. And then, that was the beginning. A lot of phone calls.
Well, when we started dating, I'd say it felt right, we were living here with my parents when I got back from the Peace Corps, and we were here for 3 years while I was taking classes, trying to get back into grad school and medicine, and it was a lot of fun. It was nice because it was actually kind of nice having a buffer of living with my parents. So, kind of a lot of the hardships of living alone, just us were taken care of by that. It was a lot of fun, the first, those first couple of years, really dating and living with her. It was great. Everything. It just kind of solidified it to me a little bit more that, this is right. So.
Oh. So we were at the cabin, which is in the Adirondacks. His parents own it, and it was perfect. He had asked me to go snowshoeing, and of course I was asked, John and Julie, his parents, if they wanted to go, and Matt was like, no, and which worked out perfectly because we only had 2 sets of snowshoes. So, anyways, we were snowshoeing, and our dog was there. And on the top of this sand hill, overlooking the water, he got down on one knee and he fell over because he had snowshoes on and kind of tripped. And then my dog thought, he was playing, so she was jumping up, all over him. And I thought he was going to tackle me in the snow because that's something Matt would do. So I was like, no. I have my camera. And Matt thought that I was saying, don't propose to me yet until I get my camera out. So poor Matt is just he's just in the snow, and then he just gets out this piece of paper because he had no idea what I was talking about. He wrote a little speech, and I didn't know what was going on, and then I got down, I started crying and doing the whole and then he wrote me a speech, and that was it. But it was beautiful. It was right on top of this hill, overlooking the water. My dog was there. It was in the middle of the woods. No one there, just the 3 of us. It was perfect. Couldn't have asked for anything better.
Okay. Well, it was last year, almost 1 year ago exactly, to this day. It was last December, end of December. I was actually thinking about doing it past summer, before we moved to Pennsylvania for school. But I didn't quite have enough money. I had to wait for the loan money. So once I got the ring, we were up in my family's camp, in the southern border of the Adirondacks, and we went snowshoeing around the property, and we kind of went up to this one little sand hill that is kind of special to us. We love going there. My family's camp in this one little area. We share some memories there. So we were up there, and there's about a foot of snow on the ground. So we're kind of up there. We start walking back down, and I had a little note prepared to read to her. But as I was going down on one knee, I almost fell, and I kind of caught myself in the snow. And our dog Ria was with us, and she thought I was gonna start playing with them. And then Claire looked over, and she's like, no, don't tackle me. She thought I was gonna tackle her in the snow. And I was like, no, that's not what I'm doing. So I pulled out the ring, and she was like, what are you doing? You're messing with me. I said, no, look. Then I showed her the ring, and she was very surprised and shocked, and so it was a good surprise. I just wanted it to be a surprise because I know she thought I may have done it over Thanksgiving, so I'm glad I made it a complete surprise to her. And I read my little note, and she said yes.